Hi, this is Tim Von Rueden at cgcookie.com, and in this quick tip, I'm going to show you how to take a photo reference and integrate that into your concept work. Okay, let's get started. So in Photoshop, I have this new piece that I've been doing open, and this one I've been using a lot of different fabric references and materials that I'm trying to integrate into my piece and try something new and experiment. So you can see here that I've started working on the upper body, starting to refine some areas. And when I got to the actual sleeves of the arms, I decided I wanted a very satiny, see-through texture that I could put right over the arms, but rather than actually draw them all out, I found that it might be easier if I just take a photo reference and mesh that into my concept work and see how that works. Because I normally don't do this kind of thing, and I think I need to be experimenting as much as possible. So here I took a photo at my friend's apartment of this material, which was like a stretchy gold fabric, and it gave off a great sheen when I put a light in the foreground of it. So with that shine, I was able to wrap it around. This is a picture of my leg that I wrapped it around to get that same shape of the arms that are in the picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab it. So I'm going to select it all, Command A, and then Command C to copy, and go to my new concept workpiece, and then Command B. So there we go. And another way to do that, which would be faster, is if you just actually grab the layer. So if I grab the layer on the photo reference and then drag the picture of the layer into the piece, and that'll work also. But since I don't need two of them, I'm going to click delete to delete that duplicate. So now that we have our photo reference into the new piece, I'm going to go ahead and full screen this with F so that I can just focus right on the piece. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it much smaller because I'm wanting it to fit right on the arms of this character. So I'm going to turn it. I'm also going to make it a little bit more slender looking to match the size of the arm. There we go. And if you need to, you can lower the opacity of the actual layer to see how well it's fitting on the arm. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it at full opacity, and I'm going to erase some of the edge work. So all of this excess things that are going on in the picture itself, like the carpet and the background, I'm going to go ahead and just erase out. It's not necessary, and that way I can get a better focus on how the material is actually wrapping on the arm. So there we go, and like right now you can tell that it looks like a photo that was just added on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the different layer types, so these different layer blending modes, and see if there's another one that might look a little bit more like it blends in well together with the painterly style that I'm trying to add in here. So if you hold Shift on a Mac and then go toggle between the minus and plus on your keyboard, you can look through the different settings that the blend modes have. Oop. So right there, I'm going to go with luminosity because I really think this gets a good feel for what I was looking for. So it's almost it complements that skin color. It's a little darker, but it adds that nice sheen around it, and that's exactly the look that I was going for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer to put it on the other arm. So to do that, I'm going to grab that layer, drag it down to the post-it note, which is a new layer, and then we'll have a new layer ready to move. So then from here, I'm going to reposition it. Trying to keep the wrinkles somewhat in line to how they would actually fold up on the arm. And now I'm going to merge those two layers together. And to do that, do Command D, or if I go to the top on layer, merge layer. And I'm just going to erase some of where I can still see the edge work on the photo. Like that. And since this looks a little too strong, I can go ahead and lower the opacity on that layer. Somewhere like about there. And you definitely want to make sure to blend in the photo with your artwork. You don't want to just make it look like you're taking shortcuts and you're not taking the time to really blend it in together and make it look natural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few of these colors that I've been using around the piece and add it in. And to do that, I'm just going to draw right on top. So while using photo references and materials and textures can be really useful in your pieces, you don't want to overdo it. You definitely want to take the time to really draw out a concept. But if you're on a time crunch, or if you're in a production and you need something done like in an hour and you need that quick fix, this is an easy and quick way to give your piece some realistic look to it. So here I'm just adding some colors that are complementing that painterly style that seems to be the strongest in this piece. And I could do this for another hour. I have a lot of fun doing this kind of technique. So rather than waste your time, I'm going to go ahead and end it off right here. So I'm going to show you before and after. And there we go. I hope you learned something, and thanks for watching.